It's almost as bad as an old dodging alarm clock that the end of that bit for that timer, eh?
It is very, very 80s beepy and boppy.
It's like, no, you know what it is? It's like when you buy like a cheap Chinese clock. That's the, you get to set the alarm the dodgy way. That's what you get.
Yeah.
Oh man, what an afternoon! What a day! What a last couple of rainy days. Far out. Surprised we even made it to stream tonight. Right?
Yeah, it's been a bit hectic, which is why we're going to do a random build tonight before we start our mock.
Our idea stuff, yeah. Yeah, so for those that will tune in as well, that catch our show early, we will get Twitch people coming in that get Twitch, but the raid train, so to speak, where one Lego YouTuber goes to the next Lego YouTuber, goes to the next one, that fizzled out. Unfortunately, Dan got a bit crook. He's feeling a bit sick in the guts, so he ended his stream early. So we won't get his rush of the Kiwis. I guess you could put it out there. We will have our normal viewers, aka good old Miss Cat, the new Mickey and Minnie Mouse artist, and big train driver Brucey. So at least we've got our legendary regulars, which is good.
Hey guys.
If you look right there at Bilza's screen as well, he's got the new Winnie the Pooh set. So he's going to attack and jump in and to build that. I grabbed another Brickhead pet, so I got 4 more, I think. But I've also got the Lamborghini sitting there with no lights. So I was going to maybe have a go at pulling that apart and, playing with the lights. But we'll see how we go. So tonight is literally just going to be a laid back, just kick back and cruise, and we'll just chat and see how we go. Nothing too crazy. Actually, before we start, I want to show you, Bill, what I was talking about the other night with the wheels. God, this thing's a friggin' Goliath monster.
It is, hey.
Yeah. All right, ready? I'll put it on.
It's pretty solid too. As you know, it's pretty solid as well. As you know, I've been moving Lego rooms, and I've had that sitting on the floor in a room for the last 3 weeks, and I think I've stepped on it and kicked it about 4 times, and not a piece has fallen off.
It's funny you say that.
Pretty solid.
Because literally this afternoon, Evie broke my door.
Oh, no.
All right.
So it's not 2-year-old solid.
No. Green on green screen. Good on you, Joshy. How are you, Brenty? So watch this tire. Hold on, see if I can move it this way back furthermore. Watch this tire. So you got to realize these things are all 4-wheel drive. Watch this tire and you'll see my problem. Let's push the car forward. Anybody see my problem?
Yeah.
See how the tire's going? See how it's going backwards?
You need a wheel on.
So, and then to make it even funnier, right, watch this. So this is, my other hand's up here, and I've got my other hand on the car. So if I push it forward and let go, watch what happens. Ready, watch.
Oh.
Because it's catching itself and twisting the Technic gears because the front's trying to go forward, but the back's trying to go back. So it's getting to the limit of both of the twisted gears and springing it back. Look.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can flip it upside down and show you what I've done. I worked out exactly what I've done. So, here we go. You might be able to. No, you can't. So in here, people that don't know Technic cars, there's a grey under this bar, and under the front as well. There's a big round grey diff piece that kind of houses small little white teeth gears. On one side of the diff, it's got a bigger ring, and the other side, it's got a shorter ring. So both of them are supposed to be on the left side of the car. I've put one on the left and one on the right. So instead of the front one spinning in the front, they spin like this one's spinning and the other one's counteracting it. To get into either of these two diffs, the way that these gears have been integrated, I'm stuffed.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, you're going to wall mount it anyway. You're not going to zoom it along the hallway floor.
No, that's right. And really, you know, like you said, I've got a 2-year-old. If she needs to play with it, I'd rather her doing this and getting like stuck and limited than pushing it off the table.
Yeah.
And like it's hard. Like you can't because the wheels are obviously soft rubber. It's funny. What do you do?
Yeah.
Oh, see, maybe, and I was saying before off camera, maybe I might put the neons, the LEDs I got from Grant and Glowbricks on it. Maybe. I want to make a video. I mean, it might be a bit more interesting than putting some cat brickheads together, I guess.
Yeah.
Cat, did I balk the Lambo? Cat, I balk everything I build. Brent, it's a cool mechanism. It's, you know, if I don't know what advantage it'd have though.
Actually, speaking of balking, we need to discuss the new Lego Masters promo.
Yes, we it's an interesting promo. Hey, there's definitely some faces I know.
Yeah.
Definitely some faces.
Hey, before we do that, this instruction book. Check out this instruction book for a Lego instruction book.
They're getting good, eh?
Yeah, it's really. I like that it's white and not black. But yeah, very, very different
very
way of doing it. Yeah. So,
I wonder why our lag is so big.
I don't know, considering we're like 2 streets away from each other.
Oh, maybe it was that prank call that I got the other day. He's like, oh, I'm from Telstra and you've got this problem. Like, I don't have a problem. I'll call you when I got an issue and hang up. Maybe it wasn't a prank call and I really do have an issue. All right, I'm just trying to bring up. I'm actually trying to bring up the promo now, so bear with me. Hopefully, I'll be able to split screen. You guys will be able to hear it and all that stuff. But no, I'm excited. The builds definitely look 10 times like better than they did last year. I shouldn't say last year. It's just me ripping on, but still, they do look good.
Some of those builds will be the display builds or the promo builds, though. So
you know what I did. You know what I really, really did like. Oh, hold on, this computer's freezing up. Hold on. Was the whole ice cube, ice snow globe.
Oh, the snow globe. Yeah, that does look pretty cool.
All right, here we go, people. Let's share screen and let's watch this. Most of you would have seen it, but hey, it's not going to hurt to watch it again. Let's check out the Lego Masters promo. Oh wait, let me just go back and make sure I got sound on the split screen. Give me a sec. Hold on. Let me just make sure I put sound on. I think it doesn't give me the options on this computer, but I'm assuming it's gonna. Oh, here, share audio. There we go. Share that. Oh. All right, so if I hit play, we can watch it. Here we go.
I see them now, falling into you, and I think to myself,
it's a bit laggy.
what a wonderful world. Yes, yes. The magical world.
Hi, guys.
Of wonder.
That is sick.
And adventure is about to return.
That eagle thing is awesome.
Yeah.
This is Mission to Mars.
Okay, we can have a chocolate river.
Each team will be given their own snow globe. Wow, how good is this?
Foxy Bloxy.
No pressure! That's 5 seconds! This is Lego Masters, you gotta risk it. Did you guys get that?
The phenomenon filled with joy
Everything's cool.
and exploding with life itself
Oh, that's so cool.
is back
Of course he is.
with the greatest season ever to bowl. Wow. Australia over.
Colors of the rainbow,
Dive
pretty in the sky.
into
That's
the
cool.
wonderful world
We're on the cusp
That
of
tree.
something
What
amazing.
a wonderful
Yeah.
world.
All right.
of Lego.
There we go.
Very,
Brent, is that who I
very
think it is
interesting.
in the Ace Ventura costume? Brent, it's been probably the world's worst kept secret for the last 3 or 4 months. Yes, Kale is back in season 3.
In what capacity?
In what capacity? Well, I mean, we kind of know, but we're not going to tell you. We're probably not allowed to tell you. No, well, we're not holding on NDAs, are we?
No,
No,
that's
so
true,
yeah,
we're
there's
not,
obviously
but-
some sort of challenge with Kale and the contestants that need to, build. Mate, insert here. What do you relate Kale to when it comes to building? There's endless amounts of options.
Yeah.
So,
Check
but,
your chat. I replied to you.
You what?
Brent, check your chat. I replied to you in Messenger.
Oh, Lukey. Hey, Ten. How are you, brother? Yeah,
Hey,
branch,
guys.
that branch thing does look cool, Brent. Like, how good. Like, and picking off them, you can already see, there's a couple of challenges that it works out. The snow globe challenge looked awesome. There's definitely some sort of animal challenge because that eagle thing with the colored wings, mate, that was insane.
Yeah.
What else? What was Hamish dressed up as? That 80s looking vest thing. What do you reckon that was?
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
It's not.
though.
They're not going to rerun a Marty McFly, and it's the wigs to maybe rock and roll or something. Australian Blue says spill the beans.
Yeah,
Mate, the only
maybe,
beans we know and
maybe.
we got for this one is we've known a couple of people that have been in it. And if you've been around Lego, there is definitely some Lego AFOLs on it. There is definitely some new faces that would never have a clue who they are.
Yep.
Bill's been lucky enough. He knows one of the guys from Brisbane already. So was he in the ad?
Yep.
And obviously
Yes,
Foxy Bloxy, if you follow on Instagram, Foxy Bloxy was in there as well. You'll see her. She popped up in one of the shots. But once again, it looks like there's a whole nother, pair of dudes with beards, moustaches, and long hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting mix.
Luke, bowling theme 80s. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there was the bowling. Yeah. The bowling did look that did look cool. Hey, Bruce, I'm going back to the chat. Bruce is like, worst build wins. in relating to our buddy. Yeah, no, I think you'll find it's probably Kale scale, something. What's the biggest build you can build without finishing it? All you do, you just start getting as many tan bricks as you can and build a wall and tell them you're building the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
Granty, how are you, champion? Are those green plates you got there, Bilza? The bright green or normal green? Both mixed.
Yeah, they're both. That's the lime green. But what is new is the love heart element in green.
They don't use it for
nothing
love.
exciting, but
They don't use it for a love heart, though, do they?
It's cool if you put it on the green screen.
Not to put it on your forehead. You got a heart hole in your forehead. Not the lime green, the other green.
It's the same green as the green base plate.
Kale Scaly was massive, but only a quarter finished. Love it. Grant, maybe if you had worked harder, you could have finished those team builds. Mate, you don't need to tell me. Kale told me every day. All right, let me I'm going to go to Grant's page, and I'm going to start looking at these LEDs while I think more people might be interested in the Winnie the Pooh tonight, or maybe just talking some crap with us for a little while. If you didn't check it out earlier, people, Dan wasn't feeling too good, and we normally get a whole rush of Dan's audience on a Wednesday night coming in here and talking about how good, the All Blacks are, and how much, the haka's better than our, what's an Australian dance, the Aboriginal dance? They got a name to it? Doesn't matter.
Do they have a name? I don't know if they have a name for it.
I think Starney just come in later. Hey, boys. Saw Adam's best mate on TV again.
Yeah.
Too funny. I got a text I need to answer. Ash has gone to the shops. No, Ash has gone to the shops. She didn't want to come in here and wreck the stream, so she's like, do anything from the shops. God love her.
Oh, good on her.
Kat says I'm a bullshit artist. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Mate, what is it? Everyone freaking giving me all the kale slogans today. It's like you're literally taking from the book of kale slang. He said I was a bullshit artist. He said I wasn't a team player. Come on. I got feelings too. Bruce says corroboree. That sounds like a town in Canberra.
No, it's when two Kiwis hold you up at the same time. It's a co-robbery.
Oh, dad joke win right there. That's a good one. I like that. It's a co-robbery. All right. All right, let's dig around and see what we got in these lights, hey? Why the light master.
Actually, do you want to hear the best?
Pardon?
Do you want to hear the best dad joke ever? Do you want to hear the best dad joke ever? It's my go-to.
Okay.
Why did the baked beans move to Queensland?
Why did the baked beans move to Queensland?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they wanted to put in cans.
Hold on.
How good is that? How good is that?
How good's this button? People. Who wants to come on the chat? Who wants to come? Literally, who's got a webcam or a phone that wants to come on the chat? Oh, he went in the other camera. What an idiot.
I was too busy laughing. How good was that dad joke? Come on.
Cat, Winnie the Pooh for the win.
Someone
I agree.
in the
I don't have Winnie the Pooh there.
Oh, yeah, I got this the day it came out for VIP because to me it was a set that you just needed to
have. Brent just said to us, Bilza, that he tried the Nest technique. Remember we were talking about putting the rubber piece to click?
Yes.
He says it works, but it won't be suitable for the calendar because it restricts rotations rotations to set sizes, which means the text on the.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Which is
I
what
get
he was worried about when we were talking about it as well.
Yeah.
So, bugger.
I'm sure there'd be another way. There'd have to be. Oh, Cat's waiting for Toy World to get it.
Ah, yep.
No, but I was serious. If anyone does want to come in on camera and talk to us, mate, happy to share the link. The more people we can chat and talk shit to, the better. But, you know, is anybody going to take our offer up? That's the problem.
They will mine. I don't know about yours.
Nah. No one wants to. Because people know, mate, I'm quick-witted and full of shit. You can't beat me. So, what's going on here? Okay. I'm looking at the instructions for the Lamborghini. So I got extra bricks, extra green bricks off Grant because I wanted the big green glow hanging out the bottom.
Yeah.
But obviously you can't follow instructions if it's something you're just you're winging it. So I suppose let's just flip it over and wing it. Undercar neons, bro. Fast and the Furious style.
I'll make Grant's in the chat if you get too stuck.
Well, it was funny. When I was asking him about how to do it, how to mount it, it's like, do we jumper plate it? Brucey's got a webcam. Bruce, do you want to come on and have a chat, buddy? Mate, I'm happy to send you the link. Come on and talk some shit with us.
Yeah.
Kat, I'm the troll behind the keyboard. Brucey's worst nightmare. And then you know what's going to happen. We'll meet up at Brickvention or something next year or the next show, and Kat will be the nicest person in the world, face to face. Like, oh, where's all your shit talking now, buddy? No, by then it's funny though. Like, you got to think that the guys that regularly watch, it's like weekly catch up chats almost. But you know what I find fun?
Yeah.
This is what spins me out, right? Look at it this way. At the moment, we have 19 people watching us. I'm trying to put LEDs on a car. You're playing with Winnie the Pooh, but there's only about 4 of them chatting to us. Oh, here we go. We got a joke from Kim Sweeney. What did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K for the first time?
Oh, I know the answer to this one. Can I do it?
Yeah.
He said, HDMI.
I don't get it.
Get it? HDMI. Yoda talks backwards. You wouldn't get it because you don't know Star Wars.
Oh, no, I get it. It's just stupid.
No, it's not. It's good. I love it.
All right. I'm going to
Listen,
slide. Hold on, Bruce. I'm just going to slide out to another screen. Hold on. Where are we going? Invite. Poor bloke doesn't know what he's in for. Bruce, I sent you the link, buddy. You just literally got to open it on your phone or your webcam, and you'll come in like normal. You'll come in like you'll see when it comes up. It's very straightforward.
Give it a try.
I'm just trying to find. Bear with me. Cat's keeping an illusion you're a good person. Cat, we know you're a good person. Most keyboard warriors are. Oh, green screen fail. No, we're all good. We're all good. Oh, right. Grant, if you're still watching, dude, these plates fit perfectly into the beams. No need for jumpers. How we're talking about it down in Sydney. So, which is really good. Oh, someone's knocking at the door. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off this one. No one cares about this one. Mate, buddy.
How are you?
Hello.
No? All right.
I don't know why your volume's low. There you go.
Is that better now?
That's heaps better. Wait, which one's Bruce? Is that just one? Is that a one solid piece?
Yeah, one. I didn't expect that. It's one painted mold.
So it's going to be a 10-cent piece within 6 months. Although, look how freaky that bloody Nesquik thing one-off looks, and that's stupid money.
Oh, yeah. The Nesquik rabbit.
So how are your trains going, Brucey? You building, or are you still making room for Hogwarts?
We've been doing some work on Hogwarts to fix some of the issues that we struck down in Illawarra. And the next time that rolls out will probably be Camden in Sydney. But I'm actually working on final touches to the layout for Lego train display we're going to do at the local Canberra Model Railway Society this weekend.
Nerd.
Oh, nice.
Nerd.
So we'll be down in Lego there. We'll draw the crowd. Kids will love it.
Have they confirmed the Canberra Brick Show yet?
We haven't had a meeting since Illawarra, but Dave was a lot more positive after having seen how well that went.
Yeah.
With our normal site, there's a couple of extra logistical issues with COVID that we need to sort out. So we might have
the issues were how you left the party last year. You're not invited back.
Yeah, if only. No, it's more that the second room we had, that if they turned that into a pokey lounge, so we don't have that. And then when you spread out, and you've lost that room, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult. And the clubs have got a little bit stricter rules on patronage than we had down in Illawarra. So yeah, we're just looking at our options at the moment, but we're really keen.
I thought pokies wasn't Canberra the one that weren't pokies illegal in Canberra?
No, they're not illegal. They've got a cap on them, and so they swap them around between each other. But what I think happened is the club spread them out so that they could keep the pokey players in the club with the extra distancing. So it's the same amount of machines that are spread out over more of the club, I think. I don't play them, so I don't know.
Grant says the only issue. Hold on, I've got to press it. The only issue is that it was too awesome. Hey, it was a bloody good show.
Yeah, we like it.
Yeah, I thoroughly like it.
It was freezing as hell, but it was good.
What are you going to do if it really gets cold down here one year?
Well, I
mean,
I didn't even know. What's that?
It's funny. I think I was saying to you at Illawarra, Andrew McPherson from Victoria's come up the 18 and 19, and every year on the Saturday morning when he woke up, there was snow on the hills here. Last year in 2020, on the weekend we were supposed to have it, no snow on the hills.
Shit.
So I reckon Andrew.
Bloody hell.
Actually,
the year I went down, the year I went down, 2019, Bilza and I went down. I did a park run in Coombs on the Saturday morning, and it was ice all over the ground because they don't run on a solid path, so it was slippery as anything. So I'll be choosing a different park run next time I come down for the show.
Park. Let's do a bedroom run.
Wear your ice spikes.
Yeah.
Ice.
Yeah. Wear your thongs, mate. There's the grip.
No,
Bare
I'll
feet,
I'll
hold
just
on
do
to
a,
your
Yeah. Yeah, we're all like, hold on a sec. Oh, back. I just got to change something.
and he's gone again.
I'm not gone.
Oh, damn it.
I can't stand up and walk on the other side of the room because I'm not wearing undies. So I've got to slide the computer chair around.
Oh. Well. Okay.
I mean, I can get up if you want, but then it's going to cost you $5.
No. No, would have to subscribe to your OnlyHands.
No, that's changed now. It's look, Ma, no hands.
Wouldn't you be paying damages?
Yeah.
Far out. It's like between you and Kat, Jesus, at least it keeps us entertaining. I love it.
Oh, I got nothing on. He's so quick.
Kat, too much information. Kat said the Statue of Liberty that was at the Illawarra belongs to a friend. Wasn't that Di's statue?
I
think it was.
It was
Diane.
It was them with her, yeah.
Yeah. Diane and Lauren. Kat,
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I think Diane's every AFOL's friend in Australia.
Yeah, I've got boxes of her stuff in the garage here.
Yeah. He literally does. He's got half of her sets up here. She hauls them out. Oh, look at this. Hold on, I'll turn my screen back on. That looks good. Nice and green. Oh, you can't see it in that camera. It doesn't work. Hold on. Oops, wrong button.
Nice.
No, you can't really tell. I wonder if I can turn.
I think they're strips rather than individual studs.
Yeah, no, I wanted the strips so it gives like a stronger glow. Where's my LED?
Yeah,
button?
good way to do it.
I'll turn that one off. I'll turn it upside down and see if it glows from under the. Because I wanted the glow from under the car. Lambert's too low. See, I wanted it like that.
Yeah, it is.
But the
You need
Lambert's
to
too
point
low.
them out, not.
No, you know what?
You
It
need
won't
to
matter
snot
because
them.
if I put it on the brick bracket will hold it up a little bit, so I'll get the glow.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe they're too close. Maybe
Otherwise,
spread it out.
not them sideways.
What's wrong? Ready? Oh,
I said
actually, you know what?
otherwise, just snot them sideways.
Oh, yeah. But if you stare at it real quick, ready, watch this. Epilepsy fit. Epileptic. Disco. Oop, oop. Anyway.
Surely that should come with a warning.
Oi, look how
Actually,
green
you need
screened
to
I
come
am.
with a warning.
So, I think something's wrong with my camera. Because the green lights are shining up on me. Oh.
Ah,
I look like Blue Man Group. You know, the Vegas guys?
yeah, you totally do.
Get out of here.
But less talented.
Hey, you see, talking about trains, actually, you see they must have just got a restock of that gift we've purchased one, that anniversary little black and red thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Oh,
every shop.
Only
Yeah, no, online, Rick's, Alcyon, every shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like got pumped.
That's
Fred,
good. Sucks for the flippers.
Hey, Fred. What's that? Yeah, that one.
I said it's good because it sucks for the flippers.
Hey, Doc. How are you, brother? I watched one of Doc's.
Doc's in the
He's
chat.
done a video the other day, actually. Good to see you joining in. Hey, Bruce, question. I mean, I know our Wednesday nights aren't really like a normal Monday questioning, but at least we can talk some shit. Is there trains that you haven't bought because they're just crap? the official ones, or you buy them because you're a train guy? You got to buy them.
Well, in theory, when I first started collecting, there were some that I said I'd never bother, but then I ran across one of them cheap, and one of the other train guys was really passionate about the Bumblebee one. So the Bumblebee and the one that looks like it belongs in Lego Space, the blue and white one, the 9 volts.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think I'd ever get them. And now there's another 9 volt one that a freight train that I wasn't going to get because I thought it looked a bit boxy, but I think I'm down to less than a dozen now, including the my own trains that I'm missing. So the completionist in me is going to cost me some money.
Nah. Is it? Do you call them mots instead of mocks because they're trains?
Say that again.
Do you call it mot? You know, MOC, my own train instead of mocks. Look at my mot.
We would, but that was a Lego line, so it's probably copyright.
Ah, well, good point. Good point. Interesting. Train people always are interesting. I mean, case in point, look at you and Andrew.
So where am I going? So that was the one of the my own train.
Hold it there. I'm going to blow it up. Oh, that's an official set.
Yeah. So the deal with this was the black pieces came in a set, and the coloured pieces came in a different set, and then the tender was a different set again. And when you picked them, it was a bit like a make your own order, and it came in. They all came in the same box, but the little label on the end of the box had the dots on which one you'd pick. So there was 4 or 5 different colours that you could get this in. Blue, green, black, brown, and dark grey. And then there was 2 different big engines. So where are we going? 2 different big engines, one that had the tender and then one that had its own coal tank on the back. And the same with they had a little one that was more this size. I got one of them. Hang on.
I never knew that existed. I never knew they'd done that. Have you heard of that before, Bill?
No.
I never knew that was a thing.
So it was like the original creators. Where am I going? So that's the self-contained tender, saddleback tender train. And then you could use the same bricks because you got enough in them with the sets. You could get that one, and that one needs the tender on the end. And then they did the same thing in the bigger ones that I just had before.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, as soon as you go to collect them, there's 5 colours, 2 different variants in each size, plus the tenders. So it ends up being 20 trains, which are...
And I'm assuming they're rare and not cheap.
They're not cheap to buy original. And I managed to get onto some stickers, which is pretty cool, because they're all really basic bricks.
Oh, okay.
And so the red one, that wasn't actually a Lego colour. It's just that when I was looking to see how hard it would be to build it, I had all the right bits in red. So I built the red one.
That's handy.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah.
I don't... where is it now? Maybe we should have got you on, Andrew, when we're talking about trains. Andrew got a bit camera shy. Yeah. At least you know we know you're full of shit. You can talk forever. That's good.
So the other thing, while I've got the floor, you know when we run the layouts, we always put a GoPro around.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we have to slow the footage down. So Lego was really good. They made this model that I was able to mock in a different colour.
What do you mean, like Lego actually officially made a GoPro mounted train?
No, this is the crocodile, dude.
Oh, okay. You just made it a GoPro thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I built it in black and put the GoPro stickers on it that I got with my GoPros, but let me move my keyboard. So where's my camera? I don't know if you can see there with the black, but this is actually my guys at work made me a 3D printed holder.
Yeah.
So it just goes on the jumper plates so that I can just quickly mount them and swap them between, when one runs flat, I can just swap it easily. And then because the ends come off, I made ends for it properly, so if I want to run it without the GoPro.
And that crocodile, that looks better in black than it does in that other dog shit brown.
Yeah, it's not prototypical, so that's it.
But I'm assuming you've still got the proper set and proper colour somewhere else as well. You want to hear something funny, Bill? Look what someone wrote in the chat.
I just saw that. Wow.
It's not even dirty. It's just funny dumb.
Just wow.
Thanks, Play-Doh fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, Bruce, before we talk about that train, can you see the chat scrolling down the side?
If I go back to that tab, yep.
Look at the last chat. What the hell, mate? We get the best people here. Now you can see all the chat that we ignore. And so what is that? The original normal crocodile, is it?
No, this is they're all pretty much original.
Okay.
They're just recolored. But when you talk about the brown, the other real color that came in was this dark green color.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I haven't got all the bricks because the profile bricks for this are prohibitively expensive. I think they're about $5 or $6 each, and you can only get them from the States. So then you got to pay postage as well. But it looks really good in the dark green.
That's like we're talking to Brent the other night. I think it was Brent about one-off brick pieces. Who were we talking to, Bills? I remember they were telling us that the bricks. Oh no, it was Henry. Henry was telling us that there's a blue Technic, like curved brick that he wants. $30 an element.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's insane. Cat, I don't know if that's an insult at me or an insult at you. She said I attract the best people here. The brown croc looks like puke. So what is a crocodile as a train? Like what is it? Why did they make it a set?
So in Europe, I think it's in Switzerland with the mountains and stuff. They've got the tunnels, and they used to have a smaller train that used to pull the freight up the mountains. But as the freight trains needed to get longer, the little trains didn't have traction anymore, so they had to build a bigger train. But if they built that as, like a normal diesel without the articulation, it wouldn't get through the small tunnels because you've got the radiuses as you keep turning to get your elevation.
Yep.
So they made the crocodile to get through those smaller tunnels but have the bigger weight so that it could pull more freight.
Is there any... Would Australia... We wouldn't need them really anywhere, would we? Was like
no.
It's like a Switzerland only thing.
Yeah. But there was a lot of different varieties. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a guy up here that does in one of our lugs. He designs trains for like construction trains and processes of building tracks and trams and
trains and maintenance away.
Yeah,
some of them
yeah. Some look really, really good. Like, and who's got the setup of the construction? Was that Cherie's dad, Bill?
He does construction, yeah.
No, they had the tram. Oh no, that was the dude that made the Gold Coast tram. What was his name?
Oh, Aaron.
Yeah, remember he made the
Aaron.
He did the stages of the build.
That's right.
Yeah, and then looks cool though. He mimicked because obviously Gold Coast has never had a tram, and it was a fancy thing for a while. So he jumped on the fame, and actually they looked really good.
He actually did the Canberra trams as well, the ones out in Gungahlin. He did those as well, but it didn't get the recognition or the popularity that the Gold Coast one got up here.
Don't mind me, I'm just playing in the dark. I just want to see what it looks like on camera. Oh, it's still too close. Hold on, I'm going to move it this way.
Oh, wait, while you entertain yourself.
That's a bit better. A little bit better. Just can't win, mate. I should just buy a big disco green light and point it at the wall. Oh, I just realised, why the other ones look good? It's because the green or the yellow and orange and blue's under the mirror, not under the car.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you need
remember? We did the Big Addy under the mirror. That's all right. Just means I need to go back to Grant's shop and buy some more. It's all good. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Hey, so what's the holy grail, Bruce, in trains?
I think that's pretty subjective. For me personally, the one train that I thought I was never going to get was the Santa Fe. And despite the fact that it's American, the reason I was so enamored of that is because it was built by an AFOL and submitted back in the factory days.
Yeah.
And it, again, like the ideas of today, there was a whole lot of extra carriages that he put up, but they only got 5 of them, and you'd buy a box and you could build one of the 2 boxes before. And then the second box, there was 3 options. So you bought 5 at about $80 each, and then you bought a couple of the engines, so you could do the forward and backwards, and then a couple more to mock into the B part of it. So you get 2 engines with the 2 extra drives in the middle, and then a rake of trains. And so some people, particularly in the States, have made some really nice prototypical ones, and it had a lot of detail in a 6-wide train, so it was really good for its time. Just seeing there, yeah, absolutely. The hobby train, if anybody knows what the hobby train is, that was a crocodile. And then the freight train that came in the radio control. Lego made 2 radio control trains between 9-volt and power functions, and one of them is a crocodile.
Yes.
And then there was a 9-volt crocodile as well.
So they've made a few. While he's doing that, Grant asked, this one's for you, Grant. Hold on, I'll just blow this photo back up. Kat, I think he's obviously going to get it for you. Hold on a sec, Bruce. I just need to show something. Grant, they are literally on its edge. I moved them to the very, very edge. We'll see. I'll put it on the wall first. We'll see how we go. Didn't consider it time, but studs will work better because the light's not directed. Yeah, it's all good, dude. I'll buy more if I go to. We'll see how it looks on the wall. If it doesn't work out, you expect a message from me. Kat, obviously you went to go get her to show her. Kat asked if she could see it.
That's the 9-volt version of the crocodile.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, so it still articulates, but it's nowhere like... That's the same... Have I got the track in? That's the same track that the other one sits on, and the other one takes up almost the entirety of that length of track.
It's freaking cool looking, though. Compared to the new one, I think I like the older, simpler one better.
It's
obviously the new one's got much better detail, but what do you do?
Well, you think about that, and what is one of the train guys in Club, Dr. K, he talks about the whimsical nature of particularly the early 80s Lego. And while the rivet counter stuff is really good to look at, and we had our monthly meeting. What was that? Not last weekend, the weekend before, and AWOUT bought his global winning entry for the Brick Train Awards, and it is beautiful. Like it's an 8 to 10 stud wide train. It's got all the detail, it's all typically correct. It's just a beautiful train, but it doesn't have that same, give it to the kids and let them play with it quality that you get in the old 80s train. So there's a place for all of them, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure.
And then if you go a steam train, it's hard to go past the Emerald Knight. But the new Disney train went pretty close in terms of the detail and stuff, and a couple of little extra modifications to get it a little bit more prototypical. And it's quite a really good train for a Lego out of the box train.
I have an Emerald Knight. I think I told you I want to make a video of it, destroying it somehow or doing something stupid with it.
Yeah, well, I've got a really good idea how you could destroy that. What you could do is you could bring it along the next event we're both at, and you can just sort of be not holding it properly, and I'll grab it off you and take off out the door.
Good on you. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe I'll try it. We'll pretend it's a football. Whatever you can catch, you can keep. Imagine how much people that would upset, Bill. Reckon an Emerald Knight.
Yeah.
Would Grant say my dad made a steam-powered merry-go-round? That's kind of cool. Kat modded her winter train, the original one, run-to-one on power functions.
Yeah. So that was quite a good train as well.
That's not. Is that the one that spins? One of the carriages spin the tree?
No, that's the newer one.
Oh, okay.
The older one was a 9-volt one.
Yeah. So people convert it to run with the battery and power functions.
Yeah, because particularly for exhibiting, like you saw the layout they had at Illawarra, the 9 volts are so much easier. You're not changing batteries. The trains can run pretty much all day. You might give a motor a rest or just give the punters a bit of variety, but it's just so easy. Whereas one of the most heartbreaking things I've had when I've been exhibiting is you get some young train fan come and say, "Oh, can you run that one?" And it's the one you've been running all morning and the batteries are flat and you don't have any more batteries for it. And you put your roster and he goes, "Sorry, I can't." And like the upside down smile kills you.
Yeah.
That's like when we were in Canberra and Henry's Wild West stopped working, people were cut. People were like pissed that it wasn't working. And poor Bill had
it was
right
hard
next to him.
There was a lot of gears and moving parts that hours on hours of moving just sort of caught up.
But I mean, does that, like we were just talking, Bruce, about Henry's Wild West? Remember how it kept jamming up down in Canberra? For your 9 volts, obviously you got to rest them from overheating, but do they get real bad wear and tear anywhere?
It depends on how many carriages you're pulling. So if you run with the standard Lego set, the engine and 2 or 3 carriages, they run all day. And if you put extra motors under them, like they did in Illawarra, they ran them all day. Like I wouldn't run mine that long, but they just had enough of the motors and enough. They doubled the input on the power as well, so that they weren't losing too much voltage or having too much resistance to overcome. And so they weren't working them hard, and they just ran all day.
That's funny.
Yeah, I run mine all day, but I use 2 motors, one forward and one in reverse to help each other. And I'll put 15 carriages on there.
I'll be back.
And I'll run it on a slow speed all day, but I probably do change batteries at least once each day, so twice for a 2-day weekend. But yeah, I find it on a slow speed, constant, is when you stop and start all the time and that sort of stuff that you really put pressure on it and drain it.
And
I
so
put in
if you're
colours.
not,
Yep.
if you're not using the standard curve as well, that reduces the resistance in the corners, and that makes the battery life longer as well. So the layout that we're doing for this weekend, apart from some of the points that we've got to help load the trains on and off the layout, because we're going to have multiple people running across the weekend, the smallest radius is an R104, and the standard Legos R40, just as a comparison. So I'm hoping that, the battery trains will get really good life out of them. And even on the smaller ones we do for the special schools, we notice that on the outside we're running R56 and on the inside it's R40, and the ones even on the R56 run a lot longer than the ones on the R40, just because of that little bit less resistance in the curves.
A little bit of pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's other things you can do, like most of my carriages I've modified to ball bearings.
Ah, yep.
Jesus, that's hardcore.
You scared him off, Bilzy.
I did. Wouldn't say if I went to, 9 volts still 9 volt, I could short out a track if I put something metal across it, couldn't I?
You can. There's protection in the controller, and so Simon in Illawarra on the weekend down there, his 12 volt stopped running, and we couldn't work out why, but one of the motors had just crossed the track, and so it was short circuiting itself, and it protected itself. And because it happened, there's a timeout, and then it puts the power back on and it times out again. After a couple of times, that timeout gets longer. So I think he went half an hour where he didn't have any power, so he thought he'd blown up his controller, and it was the original one he had as a kid.
Oh.
But as we were packing up, it came good again. So I've done that too. I burnt a motor because I had it running around on the floor, and then I went and had dinner, and I liked the sound in the other room, and then it stopped, and I didn't realise because I was eating, and I come back, and the train, one of the rods had come off the side wheels, and it was propped up. One of these rods.
Yeah.
And it was propped up on the side, so it was still drawing current, but the wheels weren't actually able to turn because the rod was off and jammed between the tyres on the side of the track. And the reason I realised it was because there was this funny smell.
Oh.
And it took weeks to get rid of that burning ABS smell out of the room.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So actually, when we talked about my favourite trains earlier, this has got an S brick in it and a square 9 volt battery.
Yeah.
That's based on the old 12 volt 7760 shunter. That's probably one of my all time favourites, particularly when you consider how many I have.
Were you into trains normally before you got into Lego trains, or just?
So as a kid, I always wanted the HO scale layout, but we didn't grow up with a lot of money, so we had Lego, and brothers and I used to build Lego trains to run around that were just car wheels and a couple of 2x10 bricks.
Huh.
So I always wanted them, and the way I got back into it was my wife wanted a train to go around the Christmas tree, and so I spent ages looking for one, and to get a proper train was going to cost a lot of money for just a Christmas setup. So I started looking at some of the cheaper ones, and I came across the old 60051, the white passenger train with the long nose, one of the more recent Power Functions ones.
Yep.
And
I think I know that.
on my credit card, you get points, and it was free on that. So I grabbed one of them and gave that to her for Christmas to put around the tree. And I bought one for myself as well, of course. And the start of it.
There you go.
Started from there.
Irene, she comes on Twitch every now and then. She said her lug's trying to beat the record for the number of carriages on one track. Do you know that? You heard of that? You into that, or?
No, I've seen some of it. I've seen the ones where they have the longest track, and that they tend to build it with the old original blue 4.5 volt track, and they have it zigzagging back and forwards across, like a stadium that we exhibited in Illawarra.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know what the record is for the longest number of carriages.
What's stronger? 9, 12 power function?
12 volts probably the best. You'll have to help me out with these words because they're Bilzy words. Now I think torque's the right word.
Yep.
The 9 volt probably runs a little bit faster, and then there's a little bit of difference between the power functions and the powered up the same way. The powered up is really, really good for exhibiting, in my opinion. But because the communication between the controller and the train is always there, it chews batteries much, much quicker, even if you're using the rechargeable one. So hopefully one day Lego will revisit the rechargeable battery for the powered up, because the rechargeable battery for the power functions is my go-to for exhibiting before powered up, because you got a lot more runtime out of it and you got a little bit more juice out of it as well. So you could run the trains faster if that's what you wanted to do.
What do you prefer at home then? I know obviously at a show is better to keep it running longer, but what do you prefer at home?
So I've got Jill won't be watching, I can't get in trouble. So I've got a dual 9 volt layout on top with a dual inner ring, and then try not to make people dizzy or seasick.
Just Lego Envid.
I'll turn the lights on underneath.
Geez, we should have planned this earlier.
Then I can't see that. You can see underneath there the lights.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a dual 12 volt track down the bottom. Yeah, wow.
And then you got tracks on top too.
Yeah. So the tracks on top's what I mostly use.
Okay.
Particularly, because I can run power functions everywhere, but it's the most easy to access. But if I've had a bad day at work or a bad week, there's nothing more soothing for me than the clicky clack of the 12 volt. So I'll climb down under the table and be running that and just be sitting hiding under there.
It's funny you say that. There was one of our mates used to come on stream with us a long time ago. He used to make videos in his room, but he'd run the train around his city while he'd make videos. So you're trying to talk to him about, he's trying to talk to the camera about, doing a review on and all he hears, it's like, come on, man, just turn the train off while you talk. Like you fight, you know what I'm talking about, eh?
Yeah. So if you, I could get in trouble for plugging without asking Bilzy, but if you Google Dr. K's train layout, that's one of the local guys here in Canberra who's got a layout that makes mine look tiny.
Really?
And he does those sort of videos of it going around. And he did one recently after he's got my GoPro and GoPro Caddy. And I don't know if you've ever seen the slow shows on SBS where they've done the Garn or the what's the other one called?
Oh, yeah.
And so they across 6 hours, they condense it down to 6 or 8 hours. But you've got the train trip from Sydney to Perth, and they just have it flashing up, and they have like little ghost animations come up when they talk about the convicts that built that particular section of the train, or a history of the town that they're going through, all that sort of stuff. So he did one with little pop-ups like that talked about the different bits of his layout.
Oh yeah, Cat's out. Yeah. So was that Dr. K's? Was it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll search it out. We've pushed. We're done the hour. Bruce, thanks, man. You definitely, for someone, we're going to just come in and just hang out. You've filled us in on some Lego, some. How do I put it nicely without insulting you? You made us more train nerds. You made us more nerdy. All right. Hold on.
Before we go, does it annoy you that you live in a city without a decent train station?
Look, when you're trying to get inspiration for a mock, it's really difficult to mock something. So someone like Awelt that models the the New South Wales stuff that's close by is really good.
Yep.
But I've always wanted to do something, and the tram would have been the perfect opportunity, but I just haven't been able to make it work with my skill set yet. Because I think that if you're in Canberra and you saw a Canberra tram on a layout, that would get you in. You might stop and look at it a bit longer. And that's the secret. If you've got a little bit of movement on a layout, people will stop to, see the train come back out of the tunnel then. And while they're waiting for it to come out of the tunnel, they'll notice more of the detail of that stationary mock. Whereas sometimes I think some of the static mocks that get done at shows don't get the appreciation they deserve because
100%.
around in the crowds, people don't get the time or the interest to really investigate it in detail.
Yeah, you're right. It does happen. It does. Yeah. You put a little bit of emotion or a little bit of someone's attention for that 5 seconds. They're there for 5 minutes. Alrighty. Last chat that come in was Quilt Mama Lego from watching us in Minnesota, 5 a.m. in the morning. You're nuts, but that's awesome.
Beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, that's it. All right. We'll be back next Monday. No, we won't be back next Monday. We're going to the movies. No show next Monday. So you're gonna have to find something to do, Bruce. Filling your Monday night.
Yeah. Well, you guys got me back into Lego because I'd have you on in the background, and I'd be sorting my bricklink orders or building a mock, or not that that's happened tonight.
And as everyone else, obviously, we'll catch you next time we're in the stream, and we might even talk more. Oh, and side note, we got Henry coming up soon too. His book's been approved, but we'll talk about that later. All right. See you, everybody.
Ciao.